Alright, guys, let's do episode 2 of the same challenge. We'll go ahead and spin the wheels again. If you missed it, the first episode has the breakdown of all the wheels and why we're doing this challenge. But for this one, let's go ahead and just get straight to the wheels. Alright, so hopefully, either we get a terrible base like we did the previous attack, or we get an attack that doesn't absolutely fall apart. So let's spin for the army. Super witches. Okay. This could go very bad. Alright. So let's move on to the easy debuff. This is the easy. Yeah, this is easy. Okay. So if you want to look at all the debuffs and stuff, that's in episode 1. For now, we're just going to quickly go through the debuffs. So let's see what's our first one. That is fabulous. One type of spell. Okay, so again, we're playing Super Witches, which uses the Fireball. That typically uses Earthquakes and Invisibilities to set it up. So now we only get one of these spells to choose from. So that's a bit sad, but again, we're not doing this because we're trying to make it easy. We're doing this because we want to make it hard. So let's check out our medium debuff. Even worse. Okay. That's Flying Warden with Super Witches. That is yeah. Okay. Sure. All right, okay. Well, let's check out the hard one. All right. Hard mode debuff now. Interesting. Okay. So not only do we have to play with no fireball setup, but we don't get the privilege of using our warden on ground mode. And not only that, but we have to replace the most common troop, which in Super Witches is the Super Witches. We have to replace them with the least common troop of the army, which is probably going to be a barbarian or goblin or archer. So, alright, let's go ahead and see what kind of monstrosity we make from this. So, let's go ahead and pull up the switches here. Okay, let's get that out of here. Okay, so perfect. So this is my switch army that I've had here from previously. And let's yeah, okay, let's get down to it, all right? So again, we can only use one type of spell. So honestly, what spell is the most useful? I think the most useful spell here is going to be the Earthquake spell, because I can Warden charge a bit for the Fireball and then still get my Earthquakes for the Fireball, and then I can use the Earthquakes as sort of jump spells, if you will, since Super Witches do like their jump spells. I am going to go for that. So, okay, and again, like before, I can't really I can't switch the army around much. I want to make it difficult, so I want to keep the army as well as it is. So let's just activate these super troops here. The warden has to be in. Look, the warden was already in air mode. See, I already. That's how I normally play switches, obviously. So yeah, let's go. I mean, this was already a weird switch army to begin with. I didn't even have the king with the earthquake boots here, and my queen has a yak on it. But you know what? we'll keep that here. Apparently, I was playing debuff before this, anyways. Okay, so what's our least common troop here? It is a minion. We only have one minion here. So now we have about 160 housing space of just minions. Which, granted, is much better than not having that housing space. But, geez, I mean... this... What are we doing here, right? There's nothing to do here. Okay, so again, the debuffs were... I had to replace the super witches with the minions here. I could only play with one spell type, and my warden has to be in air mode. So we got all that stuff done. So let's go into our attack and see if we can do something with this. So warden is on air. Let's go with a troop launcher here. Okay, what am I gonna fireball here? I have to do like a very quick fireball. Like a very, very quick fireball. So I'm gonna go ahead and fireball this here. And let's get some of this here. Wait, no. No, the camp pulled. Okay. This is fine. I forgot my king was supposed to be the funneler on the outside. Let's just open up these walls here. Oh my god, he has witches in there. Okay, we'll put our RC down here to handle all those. We'll open up the walls back here as well. And we have 4 more earthquake spells. Okay, and our RC died through the ability. Yeah, this was not... I could tell this attack was not going to work, but look, we're not going to get a 1-star, at least. Yeah. This was... Just spam all of them in. There's no real splash damage here. We are gonna get some decent percentage here. Alright, that was super witches with no super witches and a warden that didn't exist. I completely forgot these army camps existed, honestly. And they ended up pulling my warden in the opposite direction. I also forgot we had no super witches, which is normally how you pull the warden to your side. So yeah, that was a terrible attack. But that's what we were coming here for, alright? 62% isn't bad for essentially what is not an attack. So alright, see you guys in episode 3, and hopefully we get some better luck with that army.